Thank you for accessing this Bible teaching site. I'm Jim Hendricks with the Ministry of Israel's Fullness. The following brief video raises the real possibility concerning a looming spiritual crisis. Does it make any difference what we believe about end-time events, so long as we believe that Jesus is coming back? Well, to have a firm conviction and a longing to see Christ's return is indeed most important. But to have the attitude we don't care, don't know, or can't know, or don't need clear knowledge of the events surrounding Jesus' coming very well could lead us into a future spiritual crisis. We may get by spiritually today with a come what may attitude, but it may not serve us well during the end times, because when the events of those days come, it is critically important that we have a clear understanding as to what to expect. This is most true of what we believe about the rapture. The belief that there will be a rapture before the tribulation or after the tribulation may not currently make much difference. But what if there is not a pre-tribulational rapture, a belief held by many devout and sincere believers? What will our state of mind be should we find ourselves in the throes of a dying earth? Are we not going to be spiritually traumatized, thinking we have missed out on the rapture? This is a question that should not be dismissed lightly, because right now we are living in unstable and dangerous times. And do you really have scriptures clearly teaching that you will not go through the Great Tribulation? True, the tribulation could be hundreds of years into the future, but we don't know that. A Great Tribulation is currently stockpiled all over the world. It would take just one accidentally miscalculated decision to unleash the destruction of the earth. And as you know, there are world leaders and thinkers who are sounding such a possibility. There are enough nuclear weapons stored up to destroy the earth several times over. And it doesn't take a rogue nation to unleash this devastation. There are many people today living under the shadow of active volcanoes or earthquakes. They are locked into these places with a closed mind to the danger, hoping it will not happen in their lifetime. Maybe it won't, but one day they or their children will be caught up in these earthly disasters, and thousands will lose their lives. This is not a matter of if, but when. The same is true with a rogue asteroid. These things will happen. Jesus said they would, but there's coming a disaster far beyond any of these devastations. It is the Great Tribulation. It is already stockpiled in one nation after another. Do you trust world leaders not to unleash these horrific weapons? Of course not. The Son of God has warned us there is coming this great crisis, and come it will. Again, it is not a question of if, but when. A nuclear war could very well be a major part of this Great Tribulation. As you know, the book of Revelation gives us a description of what a nuclear war would be like. Should you believe you will be removed from this coming disaster, and your belief proves to be wrong, what then will become of your state of mind on that day? Could it not throw you into a spiritual crisis, believing that you, after all, did not truly belong to Jesus? What clear scriptural teaching do you hold that makes you believe in a pre-tribulational rapture? Are you holding on to a belief that has no scriptural support? This issue could be eminently critical. This is not an unnecessary alarm. The tribulation will happen, and we are closer to that day than when we first believed. Truly, what clear scriptures do you have for a pre-tribulational rapture? For a straightforward teaching on this issue, access Israel's Fullness video on the rapture. Also, for a more comprehensive study, you can order Jim Hendricks' book, What on Earth is God Up To? This book examines the 6 major passages on the rapture and an overview of the Revelation. But more importantly, the book examines God's future plans for the nation of Israel. If we don't understand the rapture, we absolutely, positively cannot understand Israel. If we don't understand Israel, we absolutely, positively cannot understand the events of the final days. Again, the book is What on Earth is God Up To? Available on Amazon. Also, for a delightful fictional book, order J.L. Hendricks' book, God, Whiskey, and Gold. also available on Amazon.